I went over on my macros. Now what? We get this question a lot. See, when people first start tracking their macros, they are ambitious. They start out hot and heavy. They have their calories. They use the calculator. They signed up with our blueprint. They know what they're going to do and they have a plan. For the first week or the 2 weeks, yeah, they kind of screw up because they're still trying to figure it out. But by week 3, they've got it down. Week 4, they're pros. They know how to track macros. Once you've been doing this for about a month, about 95% of where you need to be. And as long as you focus on that 95%, you're going to be fine. If you get lost in the 5% of those details and that little bit of minutia, you're kind of screwing yourself. Doesn't it make more sense to focus on that 95% than just that little bit that you don't know? Well, once you start doing that and you just focus on that 95%, which is just eating the food that you love, logging it, and hitting your macros every day within 5 grams, you're going to start burning fat. But you're also going to have days where you go over. Maybe you enter something wrong on your food journal. Maybe you say, screw it, I'm just going to go over today. Maybe it's a choice. Maybe you didn't remember that you had that extra protein bar, that protein shake, or you weighed 4 ounces and it was really 8 ounces, or you weighed 100 grams and it was really 50. Whatever the reason is, you're going to go over on your macros. Step 1, forgive yourself. It's not a big deal. Step 2, learn from your mistakes. Figure out, what did I do and how do I not do this next time? There was a time when I had these little ice cream treats that I was eating and that said like 35 carbs on it, but there was 2 servings per pack. Now the problem was that 1 pack was about that big, so I thought 1 pack was 1 serving. I just didn't look. And when I, 3 months, no, it wasn't that long, I just made that up, but about 6 weeks after eating these things every day, I logged it in and I was like, oh my God, how is it? That can't be right. So I went and looked and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 70 carbs per package because there's 2 servings per package. This whole time I've been having 70 when I thought I was logging 35, but here's the thing, it really didn't matter because I was being consistent and I was still losing weight. So regardless of what the number was, I was still losing weight. It just meant that I was losing weight while eating 35 more grams of carbs than expected. But there will be times when you go over. So forgive yourself, learn your lesson as I did, pay attention to the packaging from that point on, right? And then how do you respond? There's a couple of different ways. You can, if you want to, some people will do this. There's a number of ways. I'm going to go over with you right now. Some people will actually, let's say you go over by 50 carbs, which is a lot. If you're gonna go over, you should maybe go over by 10 or 15, but sometimes you're gonna go over. Some people will pull back by 50 the next day. I don't recommend that. If you're over by 15, sure, drop 15 off the next day. If you go over by 40, 50, 60 carbs, that's a lot. Something else is going on that we need to address. But if you find yourself in that situation, my suggestion is to take those 50 carbs and split them up maybe into 2 days. Drop 25 tomorrow and then 25 the next day. If you go over 100 carbs, yeah, maybe it's 25 for 4 days, maybe it's 20 for 5 days. And then there's some cases when it just doesn't matter. Maybe it's like, you know what? I don't need to take this as seriously. I don't have a photo shoot. I'm not trying to fit into a wedding dress. I'm not stepping on a bodybuilding stage. I don't have to make weights for some sort of jiu-jitsu competition or some boxing match. It's not that serious. I'm just trying to lose some weight, get healthy, be happy with myself, and get my confidence back. You don't need to stress out about what do I do the next day. In some cases, it's okay just to move forward without making any changes to your macros. What I really don't suggest, I don't suggest that the next day you go to the gym and spend an extra hour on the cardio. I don't suggest that you starve yourself because of a so-called binge that you had the day before. I don't suggest self-punishment. I don't suggest you beat yourself up for a mistake that you made. That's why we started this with forgiveness. Forgive yourself, learn your mistakes, adjust accordingly. Now, accordingly means, do I have a photo shoot? Yeah. Take those carbs out, take that fat out from the next couple of days and make your weekly total average out, right? If you don't have an important event like that, just kind of move on. Forgive yourself, learn your lesson from your mistake, and do better next time. Remember, guys, progress, not perfection, progress. That's what we're shooting for. And if you have more days of progress lined up, one after another, you're gonna get to where you wanna go. It's as simple as that. But again, don't go to the gym and beat yourself into the pavement. Don't get your cardio going so high that you have to, you're trying to burn that fat. Don't try to burn, that's not how it works anyway. Just continue on, do your best, and love yourself. That's what this program is about loving yourself. I encourage you to do so.